Vincenzo'S Go Crypto Investing, and once again, Jabroni Killers. It says it's 24 hours away from becoming live. It's going to be $14.99 a month, right? And you're going to get all kinds of stuff with that, and it's going to be a rowing, building content of education, knowledge, of all things, more than just the crypto. You're going to get a whole wrap up about the financials, all the financials, from a housing market update once a month to new content exclusively to members of Jabroni Killers. Fiscal and monetary policy Fridays will be an update once a month or once a week, and commodity Mondays will be in another arc. These will all be archived and categorized, right? So you'll have one section that says fiscal and monetary policy Fridays, and each video will start there from episode 1 to episode however far we get. And in another category, it'll be commodity Mondays, which will have the same thing, right? Thank you. You'll have commodity Mondays, where that'll be archived and categorized too, and it building content, right? Where each week, episode 2, then episode 3, then episode 4, and it's going to keep you up to date on everything with the fiscal and monetary policy, which would be from the Fed, right, and the U.S. government. And then commodity Mondays would keep you everything with commodities: gold, silver, oil, wheat, all of that, natural gas, all the commodities that steel that affects the day-to-day prices, right? Then you're going to have your own sections with once a month a housing market area. So I'll have a housing market update once a month, right? We're going to have all kinds of things there. Trading with Vincenzo. When I enter trades, you'll get my technical trading setups, right? Where I set it all up, a technical chart, and I show you, and you trade along with me, and we go along when there's a big possibility of a breakout, right? Then we're going to have technical analysis classes in another area, and a beginner's area to advanced topic area with classes that are going to grow from class number 1 on up. And you can watch them anytime you want, and keep watching them over and over to learn, because repetition is key, because the more you watch, the more you learn and remember. And it's going to be a powerful area. There's going to be a separate area, so my members of Jabroni Killers only can have their own talks together. We'll have our own communication area. My Twitter and my Telegram will become private to members of Jabroni Killer only, exclusively, along with all the videos and that content I just showed you, right? And it's going to be phenomenal, and I'm very excited. And you can see the coins right now is going hurrah, and it's not going to get it. I don't know what's going on. Bad signal where I'm at the plant, right? You just got to bear with me here. That's not it. There we go. We'll see with Bitcoin. You can see right now, with the low trading today, if you can hold above that, I'm anticipating you're going to retouch up here before you continue down. So if you're in a trade and you bought anywhere from that flush, anywhere in here, you're all right until you break this, right? I'm not in a trade, but I'm saying anybody that is, until you break that 37,100, you could double bottom there and still make a push up into there, right? So that's what I'd be watching out for right now. And we've had a little bit of a pump recently. It's been going up and down. The same thing. Let's look at some of these other altcoins. We've talked about those enough. Some of these altcoins, H-bar. People always talk about H-bar. You can see we've broken down, and we're riding along that blue fib circle, right? Holding it as support. If we break below that, the next underneath support would be all the way down here, right? See that? We got our support line, and put it out a little bit into the future, a couple more days. You can see there's your underneath support. And then if you can bounce, your overhead resistance is the 200-day moving average, which, wow, that's one right over here, is the 200-day moving average. And then your major overhead resistance is up here at 24 cents, right, in H-bar. So that's what you got going on. You got your 20-cent underneath support, the blue ring, and then 14-cent major support on a flush, and then on any kind of pump, 24 cents your major overhead resistance, right? So that's what's going on in the H-bar. The Iota people seem to like. It looks like Iota's at a local double bottom in the hour time frame. We're going to go to the daily, and you can see, wow, we haven't talked about this in a while. And the last time we talked about this, we had a support area down here, that we thought it was going to eventually trade to, and it actually has. If we extend that out, look, that's how long ago it is with the hideous ones. See that? It actually did get back into this orange trading area, right? See that? People got fleece heisted and shisted up there on a pattern breakdown, but you can see this has been a very long time since we looked at Iota based on these hideous things we have on the chart, right? Let's get rid of all this garbage, just garbage everywhere. And you can see we got that chilling down there. We're just gonna get rid of all this, right? And you can see right now, just on a brief chart, your underneath support on 1, 2 bottoms is right there at 54 cents. Your major overhead resistance is, you got a few of them, but your first one would be the moving average, but really up here, and then a double top, right? And your underneath support is all the way down here, right? We'll make this a little bit smaller. Get out of that. Make that a little bit smaller. Make it a better color, right? And then you got your underneath support down here. Well, we can make it even better. We can bring up our volume indicator and show you really where that is. You can see that's, oh, look at that. It lines right up. See that? Look at that. Lines right up where we almost had this overhead resistance, right? And that's your major overhead resistance. And then you can see your next underneath support where there could be some buyers would be all the way down here, right? See that? See where the buyers are? Right there. If you fail to hold it, if you break the 54 cents, your next underneath support into the future would be down here at 30 cents, right? So that's what you got going on. You get up to the $1.51, that's major overhead resistance, 54 cents underneath, major underneath support, and then 30 cents a chance for a swing trade, right? So that's what we got going on there. And then if we look at Shiba, continues to trade down after that nice pump. But we've broken down back to the bottom part of this green support box, and that is the spot where you could maybe try to get a bounce. But if you break below that green support box, unfortunately, you're coming all the way down there to the yellow last line of defense, aka get your shit together zone, to the shit house, right? We're going to lock that. And if you can't hold, this is your next underneath support. If you can't hold that green box, you're coming down to the top part of this support zone. And unfortunately, that would be and you can see it lines up with the volume indicator right there. We're actually going to pull this out, make sure it's all the way to the current time frame. I don't believe it is. It is absolutely not. You can see it still does. Oh, that one's all the way down there at the shit house, right? There's your shit house. But you can see right here, you got some buyers that line up with the orange support box, right? So that's what's going on there. You got your point, a bunch of zeros, 2, 3, 6, 9 as your underneath support. If you break that, you're coming to 1795. If you can hold this 2639, you can come all the way back up into this upper resistance at 3238. Like, subscribe, and share to Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing. Peace and love. Peace and love.